Happy Wednesday, parents. I wish you peace and light. I wanted to share my why with you. Why am I so passionate about working with children? Why is it that when a child goes from not talking, not being able to ask for anything, not even water, to then arguing with their parents, it's like, no, mommy, that's not how it works. I remember one time this dad said to me, I don't care if he says, F you, dad, I just want my son to say something. you know? So anyway, just enjoy when, a child going from not having the skills to communicate with others, socially, not having friends, to having friends and playing games, not being from, wearing a diaper to being fully toilet trained, feeding themselves, just, all the skills that so many of us take for granted. The fact that our child is eating is like, oh yeah, they met that milestone, but so many other families, so many other parents, would just love for a child to say something, do something, you know. So my goal, my life's purpose, my dream is to improve the world one family at a time by helping children, helping parents empower their children, empowering parents to help their children be the best that they can be the best version of themselves. That's my dream, my goal, my passion, my love. Sometimes when I talk to my baby about the babies that I work with, and they say, so mommy, do you mean your children or do you mean the children that you work with? Because that distinction has so blurred. Anyway, I just wanted to share my why. So anyway, it started when my son Lee was born. So at the time I had Dre, who was 19 months old. So Lee was born prematurely. He was 2.5 pounds and needed to be in the NICU for 2.5 months. And at the time I was told that his prognosis was uncertain. They didn't know. This was 30 something years ago. So yeah, so it was uncertain. He was actually on a ventilator for a while, as his lungs were not developed. And again, there were so many things. Oh, you may have breathing complications, you may have this, you may have that. Anyway, we were to take him to the hospital every 3 months to get assessed. And so the 3 month checkup, he was fine, which was like shortly after he left the hospital. So we took him in and he was fine. And then at 6 months, he met those milestones. And they said, well, bring him back in a year because because he had met his milestones, they weren't really concerned about the next 3 months. So we took him at a year and they said that we didn't have to come back. That was the best news. It's like, thank you, Jesus. Anyway, I hope I said that at the time. Anyway, so since then, despite the fact that he's perfectly fine, I question myself. Did I rock him enough? Did I do all the things that I should have done to promote the best outcomes? So in working as a behavior analyst, certified since 2012, working with families to help promote those outcomes, to do the best, that they could, and to access the services that they need. So I've been successful in that area, like I told you before, just helping, just seeing the growth in children, the things that that they did not accomplish and that they could now accomplish. And the best part is working my way out of a job. I always tell parents, my goal is not to be with you forever. My goal is to work my way out of a job because then I know I've done it. So, and I've accomplished that working as a behavior analyst. Recently, I've also studied I've studied and met all the requirements to be an infant toddler developmental specialist. So that way I can start working with parents from birth because, as you know, so many children don't get diagnosed, especially with autism and other developmental delays. they don't get diagnosed until later in life, and by then so many years have passed where something could have been done, and parents don't know what they don't know, and unfortunately a lot of doctors are not versed in the area, because I've heard parents say, the doctor's like, oh, he's a boy, he's this, he's that, all these things, and time has been lost. So I want to give you that time, so that you can have more time, more quality time with your child, time enjoying your child, time that you're not stressed and overwhelmed by all of the things, you know, teaching them to feed themselves, and or having to feed them because they never learned how to feed themselves, having to, having a 20-year-old in pull-ups, and etc. So my goal is to help you free, provide your child with skills to be independent, so that you can have more time, so that and more quality time with your child and your family. So that's my goal. And my dream, like I said, is to improve the world one family at a time. And I'm on my way. So God bless you.